Hello, everyone. I know, more reverb. Hello, everyone. It is most wonderful to see you all after such a long time. It's been a hot second. Guys. It was last Wednesday where we last left off, where the stream got mega capated by Scum. But we have improved. We have channeled our fury towards being productive, baby, and be productive we have. Since Wednesday, the new PC parts came in. I built the computer. I have linked with this computer with TeamViewer. I have it in the other room. What else? I have started work on unifying all the scenes, cause you know, it's been taking me forever to do the thing English Reality told me to do of adding in the boopity boppity. Because like I have 3 different scenes, one for day, one for sunset, one for night, and technically one for Dreamfest. And there's a lot of automations and stuff with each one, so to make one little change it takes forever. So I'm unifying everything to make it more streamlined, organized, and efficient, so that way I can be more flexible and make more changes, so we can have, you know, a more interesting stream. Wow, smart to put it in the other room so it doesn't yell at you as well. Because it would also be like 1 billion degrees in here if I had 2 computers going plus the extra noise. Gross. But let me distribute the first head pats. Which block? 2 lo-fi Wi-Fi kapat. I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are, kapat. But we also have hello Jade, hello Craig, hello Bordude, and hello DK. What? I am so excited. I am here. Yay! I am so excited with the streaming PC like working. The only thing I really have left to do with it is to like set up. Wow, is that a day 20? Let's give it up for day.
Let's give it up for day 20 _flop Remi.
Underscore flop Remi. Member for 20 freaking months. DK, you absolute madman. Thank you very much. And is that a Craig I see? Ah! Oh my god! Thank you, Craig, for joining the Head Pat Squad member cult. I still find it so funny that it's still labeled Head Pat Squad member. Welcome to Head Pat Squad member. You say mad, but in all honesty, I am just a man. All right, fair enough. I am having the sickness. I will be going to bed early now. I hope you feel better, Jade. Pat, 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 pat. Every VTuber membership is a cult. Ain't that the truth? And our rewards are really cute emotes. But yes, the excitement levels through the roof. I have done some tests so far, and they have come back very good. Very good. I have set, basically in the streaming PC, I have set the like preset for like output settings. I have set it to P5. No, I set it to P7, which is best quality but slowest. And I've also set it to like 20,000 kilobits per second for YouTube, and the maximum that Twitch would allow, which I think is 6,000. And I let it full rip, and the GPU didn't even pass 50% usage. Not even 50. CPU around a 50 as well. The streaming PC is doing incredibly good. I've also been testing it out on Twitch, which is why you might see like, 7 different streams there saying test stream pat pat. I was specifically testing out to see A, the visual fidelity, how good it looks, and B, to see if it does that annoying ass stuttering thing where the background sometimes goes and also the chat boxes sometimes do that where they don't like smoothly pop in, they kind of like stutter in. Usually we see that during games, but from what I saw in my brief test, there was none of that. There was none of that, baby, and I am so hyped about it. I'm very hyped about it. Oh my goodness. I must continue improving it. I've been putting off so many things for the last year and a half, 2 years of streaming. Like when we first started, like I was like improving the stream every stream, like what can I improve, but then I just kind of got a little bit lazy and content and I just enjoyed the stream again. All improvement things, I'm just like, yeah, I'll get to it later. I'll get to it later. And all of those get to you laters have built up to the culmination of right now where I need to do everything. How are you running your gaming PC now? HDMI over Ethernet? I am using NDI. So essentially, here's what I'm going to do. The gaming PC is going to use a hardwire Ethernet connection to remotely transmit the gameplay and the audio to the stream PC, which will host all of the scenes and animations and all that good stuff, and I will be controlling it remotely using my Stream Deck via WebSocket, and I will also be controlling YouTube Studio remotely with the Stream Deck via WebSocket as well with it. Gosh, the stream PC will then compile all of the goods and send it out, then we will be good. You can do that? Neat. I was very scared that I might not be able to do that, but thank freaking God for the webhooks. OBS has it, and VTube Studio has it, where you can essentially just remote do things within your own local area network. It's kind of amazing. So I'm very relieved about that. That was kind of like the last little unknown puzzle piece, but the puzzle piece has been found and it has been solved. So yeah, my excitement levels pretty goddamn high. I just really want to like use the new model already. I can't lie, guys. I really want to use the new model, but I must comply with the social norms of being a VTuber, and I must resist. And I'll hold off until a 2.0 debut, so that way we can bask in the excitement together. But yes, that has been my entire week. I've just been doing that. Mika Fox with $2. You're the best. Keep up the streams, fellow Fox. Wow, thank you. Let me give you one ginormous kapat. Kapat! Also, let me give you a like and a heart. Ah, thank you. Thank you for the $2. I shall give you 2 head pats. Pat, pat. And also, hello, Samu the Hamu. Good afternoon, Remi. Oh, good evening. Good to see you. We are just vibrating with excitement over the 2.0 debut, the streaming PC working, and all the vibes aligning properly. And hello, Lego Clayface. Hello, pat, 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 pat. What do you call it? The Twitter reveal animation thing should be done soon. I've been working with the commissioned artist on that, and he is vibing through it. It's looking pretty good so far, looking pretty good. So soon enough, you'll be seeing the new model in action. The animations, the ear flaps, the overwhelming cuteness levels. You will be able to soon bask in all of it. Oh my gosh, I thought about maybe playing a video game today, but I don't know. I am in action mode. I am in brain focus mode. I cannot begin to fathom focusing on a video game. So, you know, chilling, talking, and also making some music. I got my kalimba. I brought it over from the closet where I have stored it temporarily, so we can make some boopity bops. But we're gonna save that for a little bit here, because I still want to talk more and yap more. Another cool thing I discovered over the little old break we've had was a little app called Go, like G-O-G-H, on Steam. Little title tag is focus with your avatar, and it is adorable. You get to make a little custom avatar, and you have a little custom room that you can make, and it has like a little productivity tools in it, and like you can use productivity tools, and a little virtual you is working, which means that you should be working too. And then you can have little breaks in the productivity time, and then they chill and vibe, and that's your cue to chill and vibe. It's really simple, it's really cute, and it is very effective on me. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I was a big fan of Tony Hawk's Underground 2 myself. Very fun game. Very fun game. What else was I gonna say? There was something else. Remi needs a cute avatar to tell him to relax. Well, both to relax and also to work. It's just really cute. It has like one of those. No. It has one of those cute like work timers where it's like you work for 20 minutes and then you rest for 5, and then you work for 20 minutes and then you rest for 5, and then you work for 20 minutes and you rest for 5, and then you do a big rest. You know, rinse and repeat. Where is my pen? I cannot find it. I have eaten it. I am sorry, Lo-Fi Wi-Fi. I was hungry. But yeah, I did post in the community section the little virtual avatar I have. I have since given him adorable fox ears, but that little flower crown is really cute. They're working on other features like letting you save your different outfits, so I'm looking forward to that. Because right now it's like you only have the one instance of your buddy, and if you want to change the clothes, you have to do it manually every time. It's a little bit annoying. But it is a work in progress, and they're doing a good job. And you can also put in custom assets in there super easily. So it's like in one of the rooms I have like a whole bunch of the Dreamfest submissions on the walls, which is super freaking cute. I posted some of the images in the Discord. Let me see if I could find one of them. Where in the heck did I put it? There's all Minecraft images, but where's your boopity boppity? What the heck? I know I put it in here somewhere, but where? I forgot the community tab is a thing since it doesn't pop it up. Yeah, it's weird. It like never shows it on computer, but if you're on like YouTube mobile, it shows you community posts from people you subscribe to on mobile super often, but almost never on desktop. It is so weird. It feels super duper lopsided. YouTube, fix your nonsense. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, that kind of applies to a lot of things for YouTube, but you know what I mean. I posted it in Creativity Talk? Because I remember posting it, and then I think Sourcey being like, wow. I posted it in Dreamfest. No. Brad. I don't remember where I put it. Well, wait, I have the screenshot folder from the game forehead. Hold on. To be fair, I didn't know how they'll fit community posts and desktop recommended. They do have them. They're just like really small and bunched up, and they don't appear very often. A little bit annoying. Saves it in pictures. And where's it? Go with a G. There it is. All right. Where's a good one with a bunch of fan art stuff in the back? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let me add a image. Image has been added there. Copy. Pasta. And boop. Boop. There's the virtual Remi doing a little sleepy eepy. And then in the background here, enhance. You can see a Remi there. You can see the book cover of Alice that Swarcy made there. You have Princess Poutbot with her umbrella. And then you have... I'm moving the wrong element. Let me move it. And then you have the Dream Remi, the board, right? They're so cute. And also there's this thing in the middle. That's my virtual pet. It like grows alongside it and changes based on what productivity tools you use. It's very interesting. But yes, the room is filled with a bunch of cool things like that. Let me grab another picture here. Boom, 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 boom. Whoop, whoop. What? 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 Head on. So, left to right, we've got some fun stuff on the wall. Here we got wall pat pat. On the phone, we have the Warrior Dark Souls Remi. We have the GIF, which also GIFs are animated, so things actually move. And then we have the little Remi up there. We have another Remi very far in the back. And then we have some of the euphoric happy Remis up here in these little gacha machines. And also you have a sad flop Remi on the gacha machines underneath that one. It's such a cool app. And yo, is that a Mr. Jumbles I see, huh? Huh?
This can't be how his setup looks like. It's not messy enough.
Shut up, princess. My setup isn't messy. What do you mean? I use my desktop vacuum cleaner every day. Every day, princess. Every morning, I grab it and I go... I like having a tidy desk. I don't have a ton of available space to work with. So much limited so that I got like one of those like little desk extenders. That scared me. I always keep my vacuum on hand. How are you, Remster? I'm pretty damn good. Got the streaming PC connected and working. It's not streaming right now though. I still need to set up the OBS scenes, but it's connected. It's working. It has the new motherboard. It has the new CPU. We're freaking vibing. What else? Oh yeah, I was saying I have like the little desk extender where it's like you like attach it to the desk and you like flop it up and then you can like put stuff on it. It's where my water bottle is right now. Because my desk is a little bit taken up. I have a fat ass desk. I have essentially an IKEA countertop attached to standing desk legs, and I have maybe 30% of available space to work with that isn't taken up by stuff. As I have this synthesizer to my right that's on a tiny stand, so that way I can put things underneath it, get that vertical space. There is a little tiny speaker on the pedestal behind it. In front of me is another little pedestal thing that holds my pedals. There's 2 racks. One rack that holds 3 pedals and my stream deck. And above that, a different rack that holds 3 different pedals. Underneath it is where I keep my kalimba and usually my pocket Miku, but she's not here right now. To the left of that, I have the Go XLR audio interface, and above that, I have the DF Audio Mini Bay routing that I use to route all my audio effects. To the left of that, I have a 3-tier little organizer holder thing. At the bottom, I have my Focusrite i8 Scarlett audio interface, and she is dummy thick. And that does all my audio inputs, and the video ended. Need my noises. Where's my noises? No, it was starting to repeat, and I undid it now. Okay, there we go. Yo, is that a bun I see? Welcome to the stream, pat. But yes, on that little 3-tier thing is that Focusrite Scarlett, and then above that I have my amplifier for my headphones. And also another small speaker on a pedestal behind that. And then to the left of that, I have a little small stand that contains some cuticle oil, so I can, get my cuticles all nice and oiled up because, nail health is important. Underneath that, I have a box of tissues for when my nose gets sniffly. And then to the left of that, hidden in the very far corner of the desk, I have my melatonin gummies, a little spaghetti cable holder for all the audio routing cables. And also my microphone is attached to the desk over there too. And I have 3 monitors attached to the desk. It is a monolith. I have been building and improving this desk for years, and it is pretty impressive. I have to give myself a little self-head pat here. It's pretty goddamn impressive.
That's right, I have a desk. It's pretty impressive.
It is impressive, princess. It is. Oh my goodness. I should maybe share a picture of it sometime, but I don't know. Maybe I won't. Some mug Remi. Excellent reference, Mr. Jumbles. Excellent reference. Where was my train of thought going? I'm going somewhere. I forgot where though. But yeah, how have you guys been? It's been like a whole freaking week. Can you guys believe it? This week I am unsure how it is going to look. Friday's stream should be a definite thumbs up. Wednesday's stream is a little bit up in the air. Depends on the schedule for the week is going to look like for me. Maybe for a Dreamfest we can have a rate people's setups. That's a good idea. I always see VTubers do that, so it'll be good to give that a try ourselves here. Just getting over being sick last 4 or 5 days. I know. You stop that, Mr. Jumbles. Kapat. You gotta get yourself some of that Theraflu. That is my favorite part about being sick. Just like get some warm water, put some Theraflu in there, go sip, and A, you feel better, and B, it's freaking delicious. Dust something with your tail. It looks like a feather duster. My tail serves many practical purposes, and feather duster is included in one of those things. However, then it gets dirty, and then and then I gotta wash it, and then I gotta dry it for like 2 hours. So it's a bit of a process. Elliot can't animate. Hello. I don't think I can show my setup. Is that a fact? I wonder why that is, Mr. Jumbles. I just chug my NyQuil all day long. That works out, but it's not as tasty though. Mr. Jumbles with the anime titty mouse pad got $10 on that right now. Well, let me sip this. Peach eyeball. I called it. My brain is massive. And no one can say otherwise. I have glasses right now. I'm very smart. Glasses mean smart fox. No glasses means no brain cells. That is how glasses work. Yes, yes. Princess can confirm this.
I can confirm this.
Yeah, you see, she just said it. It literally confirms this. Only true mousepad is the Joseph Joestar one. What does that one look like? And Joseph Joestar mousepad. Joseph, no! Why do you have boobs? Flop Remi, flop Remi, flop Remi. My God, you haven't seen it? I have now. I have now. I guess that makes it true. That's right. Fox brain is moving so fast that I can't keep up with my own thoughts. I had a thought here somewhere, but it must have ran away because I don't remember what I was going to talk about. Is the Twitch stream working? Hey, it is. Wow. Impressive. Just looked flop. Yeah, it's all unfortunate. I'm more of a wrist rest type of guy. I have like one of the giant mouse pad things that goes from, you know, big left to big right. Because now I like the you know, the little soft surface. Because otherwise, you know, got I have the wooden desk. Had to phrase that very carefully for a moment. But yes, I have the giant mouse pad and the little wrist rests for the keyboard and for the mouse, and that's about it. I like it. I like it. However, if I were to get a mouse pad, boy, mouse pad, let's see, what are our options? That is Hatsune Miku. There is like no good femboy mouse pads. That is actually disappointing. Wow. Do I type in specifically stall film? That one gives him boobs. That's not, no. Okay, that one uses button. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I will design a Remi mouse pad. Well, what is gonna be the support? I don't have boobs. More, dude. I do not have the chesticles. I like the big near desk sized ones. Yeah, for me it's tricky because like the amount of like the depth space is very limited, and most of like the big ass ones, they're usually you got the junk in the trunk. No, I mean the witch picture kind of. No. Depends on the artist's rendition. I bet you'll find a computer company without custom mouse print. Yeah, I don't really care for a custom mouse print. The theme I kind of try to have going is just white and black, because like the synthesizer I have white and black, like keys. And then to my left, I have the piano keyboard, which again, black and white. I used to have a white large mouse pad, but that thing, you can see like, you know, all the collective grossness building up on it. You can see the scuff marks. You can see like, I don't know, yeah, it just looks gross after a while. However, if a black mouse pad, You can't notice the grossness. You just take a little vacuum, clean it up sometimes, and bam, it's great. Although I really should replace at some point. Cheap custom print quality is bit, and they get a weird factory smell. Yeah, it's true, it's true. And you see all the dirty grubs. Yeah, I do like it though. It's just nice having the soft surface. It also helps protect the desk if you have like warm tea, and you put the warm tea either on the mouse pad or that little floaty platform that's attached to the desk. Let me plug in the Kalimber here. Let's see if we still got it, boys. Just get all these mouse pad boopity bumps out of the ways. And yoink. That's my ear now, and that's yoink. Oh, you got no ears now. I took them. Sorry. Uh-oh. Is it making noises? Yeah, it is. And juice it up a little bit. Why are you doing that? You're going there, and that's going there, and those two are going there. And
Flop.
don't flop me. Why is the right ear sound louder than the left? And is it because the dials? No, I don't think it's because of the dials.
Why can't I flop you? Ping pong pong.
Pong pong pong. Pat pat pat. Why are they getting merged into the right ear more? What is this nonsense? What if I do this? There we go. Is it just a habit being stupid? I can only assume so. Let me try rerouting that again. One here. One there. There we go. Now let's turn up our effects. Yay! Let's turn on the habit. Pretty noises. I had a train of thought here somewhere, but it is far left the station. Also, another feature of the new model is lean. So that way, whenever I do that, wherever I like lean in and like look closely at my pedals, you will see me leaning in into your guys' faces as I pat the pedals and adjust. Very immersive experience, let me tell you. Yo, are those pats for me? You shouldn't have. Oh god, 3D Fox! Princess, don't do that. No, it's not a 3D Fox. It is merely 2D that looks almost three-dimensional. It is 2D with depth. Now, it's a big difference compared to 3D. Witchcraft? What do you mean? Me practicing witchcraft? The Fox? The Pat Machine? I would never. Unless, of course, there's a spell that can summon head pats, then it's more debatable, but I'll leave it at that.
How many frames per second is the model Remi?
The same as this one, 60 frames per second. I mean, I think you can technically go higher, but there's no real noticeable difference because the stream is set to 60. Let's try pat. Pretty noises sure do be pretty, I'm not gonna lie. They are nice. What if we try using the record feature on the microcosm? We haven't done that in a long time. It's not working. I have to hit this. Now we should hear that little... Wow, we hear it. Now it is saved as a loop, and it shall continue looping as we desire.
By the way, Remi has a fluffy tail.
Gosh darn right I do. And with that new model, it's even fluffier. That's right. That's right, baby. It's even fluffier than the current version. I know. It's hard to believe. Crazy. Madness even. Some people would call me crazy, but no. I am merely a floof god. Relaxing, comfy, ringy noises. I don't know if I can handle this 2.0 level of fluffiness. I'm scared. As you should be. It is an amount of fluffiness that no mortal mind was ever designed to comprehend. It has more... it has more girth. It is larger in mass in the radial direction of outwards. It is a poof and a floof and all things in between.
Choose your words carefully. Girth, Io?
Why? That's what the word means. Princess Head Padbot, can you tell me what the word girth means? It is, you know, it is the thickness. It is the circular dimensions. Trying to pat the tail would instantly teleport one to the land of dreams. Dangerous stuff. Dangerous stuff indeed. You made it worse. What do you mean? Well, how else am I supposed to describe the outward direction?
What is girth, Remi?
It is, you know, the you know, how thick something is, like, you know, from, like, you know, did you tell me? Tell me, princess. Wide, but that's only in...
Dear viewer, girth refers to the measurement around the widest part of an object. I suppose one could say it's the thickness or circumference of something.
There you go.
Pat, pat, pat. Understanding new words is quite delightful, isn't it? Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Wide refers to something in 2 dimensions, more dude. I have the glasses. I know things. Look, just saying, the tail, pretty goddamn good. It's pretty goddamn good. Thanks, princess. She's a real hero. You're like glitches in this chat. Here you're posting so many water guns right now. The water gun levels will be through the roof. Oh wait, that's right. I have a glitch. I have a Twitch chat. Oh, I said I have a glitch chat. Yo, is that an always the icing kapat? It was behind my Discord window. I'm sorry. I did the pop-out chat. I pulled up Twitch, but I forgot to, you know, keep it in the foreground.
Remi, I think the frames are dropping.
No, they're not. What do you mean? They would never drop. Some of them are, but not a whole ton. 0.1 frames dropped. It's fine. Oh, hey, the fox remembered this chat. It took me a little bit, but I got there. It's a glitch reality. Get down. He hears us every time. What am I water gunning about? Nothing. We're talking about how great my tail is. That's all we're talking about. We're also learning words. And we're making music too. The chat history says differently. Where is... No, what do you mean? They're talking about the measurements of my tail. And I just happen to use some words which people...
Your Honor, the applicant here has said an unbecoming phrase. I'm here amongst the jury to make him pay for his crimes.
No! I just commented the girth of my new tail. It's just a very wide and big tail, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Remi, I don't feel so good.
Princess, now!
7, 8, 37.
Princess, did you just have a stroke? I can't even see the message that posted that. I think it got top filtered. Oh, there it is. I have to hit live chat. Okay, there we go. Flop. I will just not look in the VOD and everything will be alright. That's a spirit. That's the sip_Remi spirit. Well, speaking of sip_Remi. No, I didn't fill out my water bottle. We still have some though. We still have some. Remi's lucky I'm eating, so I can't make clips. Of course he didn't. Yeah, see, I didn't forget Twitch chat. Obi Stall can attest to that. Look at his chat message. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, I was talking about the streaming PC earlier. It's talking to my normal PC. I installed the CPU. I installed the motherboard. I got it vibing. It was a very difficult challenge, but I got it vibing. Family reminder, add the overlay. No! I mentioned this earlier, but one of the things I'm working on is unifying the scenes. Because right now I have day, sunset, and night. And like... them being their own scenes seemed like a good idea at first, but it really isn't, because like doing, like, for example, this, just doing that requires so many move actions and so many additional scenes. So by the end of the 3 different scenes I have God damn it. He sees what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me fix all this nonsense. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a pain in the ass. So trying to make any changes across all 3 is such a nuisance. But with the new system, everything will be in one scene, and hence trying to make any edits to it will be significantly easier. But that's a work in progress. I get the chat box back over here. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! I fixed it. Chat box is broken. So how do you plan on communicating between the PCs? I use English Reality. I am going to use a little feature called NDI network something. I forget what it stands for, but I will have the gaming PC transfer the audio and the gaming stream to the streaming PC using NDI, and I will communicate to the streaming PC of his VTube Studio and OBS using my Stream Deck and also WebSocket extensions. So that way everything will be all cash money. Because I thought about the other alternative, which is like a capture card and like a video cable link. Then I would also need another link for audio, and that A, too expensive, B, a massive pain in the ass to route that across the like this room to another room. That would be so not doable. So NDI is perfect. I have a physical cable running into my router between both PCs. I did a speed test between the two systems and they were able to do like 700 megabits both ways. So that should be plenty enough for NDI and also the stream. Just reading what I have to do. Just reading what you were having to do made me want to stop using my own PC so I never have to encounter all of that. Oh, I didn't even get into the nightmarish things I had to do. Wow, new readings. No, not Lego Batman. I used NDI for things in the past. The only issue I had was audio and visual desync. I have to play around with that to see. So now's my time. The stream, Bork's Remi is going to be running back and forth between PCs. No, I have Team Viewer. Okay, I have Team Viewer, so I can just log in remotely and boopity boppity. However, if I lose internet to the stream PC, then I'm screwed. That was one of the issues I was having. The Ethernet cable in the back kept on getting unplugged ever so slightly while appearing plugged in. And my monitors are over here. The computer is over there. My keyboard and mouse are here. There are no monitors over there. And at that point, I also may have broken my wireless Wi-Fi adapter dongle. So I only had a physical connection. And that physical connection is in that room. So it was looking a little bit dire for a bit. Hello, Suppress V. Yay! Pat, 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 pat. But yes, that is set up. Some of the nightmarish things I had to deal with. Before I got the new CPU and new motherboard, I was trying to make the old one work. And if you didn't know, I have the Intel Arc GPU. Seems super cool, right? Just throw that B in there, it works just fine, right? Wrong! Intel Arc requires a little super duper special feature called Resize Bar. And Resize Bar is only available on newer motherboards and CPUs. However, using a thing called BIOS modding, you could theoretically take this module, implant it into a BIOS update, and then upload that into your BIOS and have it work. And I spent like a day or 2 days straight trying to make this work, and it depended entirely on this super rare mystical software that is out on the internet somewhere, or probably not, because I downloaded so many sketchy download links. I tried so many different things to get this to work, but every time the motherboard is like, no, that seems kind of fishy, I'm not gonna take this modded BIOS. So I gave up on that and just bought the new freaking CPU. And after I decided to do that, I checked in with ChatGPT. I'm like, hey, would my processor actually be able to run these two applications for my stream? And it's like, no, you goober, that CPU is a toaster. Same with your motherboard. These things are worth like $20 to $30 now each. And I'm like, oh. What kind of CPU did you get? Because Intel Arc GPUs apparently can be heavily hit poorly with older CPUs. I got the Intel, no, not the Intel, the AMD good value one, the good one. Hold on. The 5,000 something, like $100. It was the AMD Ryzen 560 6-core 12-thread unlocked desktop processor with Wraith Stealth cooler for $130 basically. For that price, I am shocked how good this CPU feels. Like I could feel the difference immediately, just how snappy everything feels. I am very delightfully surprised with it. Very delightfully surprised. I'm using a stock cooler. I have a CPU like all-in-one liquid cooler, but I didn't have thermal paste, so it's just kind of chilling there. It's fine. Like it's really energy efficient. It's not going to heat up that much, you know. Like a little sip here. No, it's not fine. What do you mean, no, it's not fine? It's gonna be fine. Only use like 50% of the juice on that CPU anyways. No! I unplugged my headphone. Hold on. Leave it at the Fox to start building a PC doesn't have thermal paste. Look, I even bought like a custom like little water block holder boopity boppity for the AMD bracket mounting nonsense, but I don't have thermal paste. I assume thermal paste would come with the CPU or the motherboard or something. Oh, the Fox starts an electrical fire. Why would I do an electrical fire? What do you mean? I use the stock cooler with the pre-applied thermal paste. But yeah, PC came out pretty goddamn good. It was a bit of a process getting it all together and installed. I was planning on just taking a drive and just copy pastaing my Windows installation onto it, but remember that big old problem I had like a few weeks ago where my computer just didn't want to start anymore and was in an endless boot cycle. The fix for that was essentially creating a new boot system in a different drive, in a different partition. And because of that, I can't copy it to a new drive for some ungodly reason. It has to be on the same partition as your main drive. There's that reason. So I wasn't able to copy pasta it. So I just installed a brand new install of Windows. Paid like, $10 or so for a Windows 10 Pro key and call it good. I am also going to take my melatonin gummies a little bit early. The Fox is freaking was pretty wiped, I'm not gonna lie. And it's been a really busy week. And now springtime is busy. It's a busy old spring. It's also a spring with like very hot weather and then really cold weather. I was doing stuff outside today and it kept switching between really hot and uncomfortable and really cold and uncomfortable. Like it could not decide what it wanted to be. Oh, it's been a while. How's the thingy? It's hanging in there. I still have to bandage it up. I still go through like 3 bandages a day. But it's getting better. I'd wager probably 2 more weeks or so until it's like good. I'm hoping like 1 more week until I can stop wearing a bandage, because this is annoying. How bad was it? It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I could. It was like a big gash. Like some of the skin just got like, you know. I'm not gonna get into it. I do not want to horrify people. It was not good. He power washed his freaking fingy. I may have done that. I may have power washed my freaking fingy. But it's good. Okay, I don't think you illustrated how bad it was. I have a tendency to downplay things. But when I say I obliterated my fingy, I obliterated my fingy. But it's good. I can wiggle it around. I can grab things. I can move stuff. And it's healing up nicely. It's healing up nicely. Flop. No flopping around loud here, good shirt. One time I went to assembly at school and the speaker asked me what the fox makes noise. I started singing the song. That is of a noise that I unfortunately do not make. Foxes do not in fact make that noise. Foxes make kind of like little ooh noises, and that's about it. That's about all the noises they make. Take it from a professional fox. I think I had some talking points in my brain, but they're all kind of gone. They scream a lot. They do. Just they have the energy of a cat, but like mannerisms of a dog, and they just bolt around like crazies, screaming all the while. Little funny haha foxes. My favorite fox though is a fennec fox. Oh right, I was about to say another story I had I want to talk about. Remember in my dreaming video I mentioned time dilation, where time slows down in a dream, where it feels like you know, up to like a year or multiple years can pass in a dream. I've only ever really experienced that once, and when I made that video, all I could remember is I experienced a dream like that and I felt sad at the end, and that was about it. But I forgot the contents of the dreams, even though I literally wrote a paper about it at one point, about that specific dream. I forgot what it was. But here I was, organizing my files using Winterstat. Using Winterstat, I found a backup file, and like I didn't realize the backup file was like something you can actually enter, because like I tried entering it normally outside of Winterstat, but it wouldn't let me in. But using Winterstat, I was able to get into it. I was able to see files that I thought were obliterated from my old drive dying, and this drive contained a lot of things, one of which was that exact paper. I'm like, wow, no way. So I read through it, and man, I got sad. I remembered what the dream was. I wrote this paper like freaking 9 years ago, I think. It was a long ass time ago, and I feel like it is a slight precursor, like an unknowing inspiration, like a subconscious inspiration to all of this. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because I'm gonna give you a spoiler alert. There's a fox in there. I need to check up with Save a Fox to see how the foxes are doing. One time I had a dream I was in desert and fought the 2000 Volkswagen. Here it is. Let's see, how long is this thing? Nah, it's not too long. We can read through it. But yes, this I feel like is an unknowing subliminal inspiration. And I haven't read through this whole thing. I read through parts of it and got really sad and didn't read through all of it. What's going through it? Just reading through the paragraph really quick, make sure everything's all good. This is when I would say my writing got like to a decent point. Because before this, my writing was literally garbage. But thankfully, I had a friend teach me how to English better. Don't read it if it makes me sad. No! I like being sad. I want to make all of you sad too. Okay, let's see. Tonight was just like every other night. Late, dark, quiet, and as cold as ever. Partly in thanks to the open window I was too lazy to close. That sounds about right. It was a Friday. I made a mental note to sleep in as long as I could. Before I knew it, I was asleep and out like a light. Little did I know that this one night's rest would forever change my perspective on things. Unsad. I found myself in a big open prairie, green grass going on and on for as far as the eye can see, which contrasted with the few small mountains and rocks littered around the landscape. I found myself not all too confused. I was under the dreamy haze that makes everything feel right. I didn't find it strange. I didn't find it out of the ordinary. I found it perfectly normal. I started walking through it, as I wasn't left with much else to do. The sun was shining brightly in the deep blue sky, making it feel as warm as ever. But suddenly, I hear the sound of bugs, birds, and insects behind me. As I turn around, I see that the whole area behind me has turned into a forest, covering the short amount of meadow I just crossed. I quickly look back around. The same has happened on the other side. The meadow has turned into a rather thick forest. The sudden feeling of isolation started to sink in. I know, there's a little grammatical error there. A sinking feeling started to settle in my gut. A horrible feeling. The feeling of loneliness. The realization that I'm all alone in a forest I've never seen and a land I've never crossed. Fear brewed inside of me as I quickly looked side to side, the vegetation almost seeming to grow more and more, as if it was trying to close in on me. Just as the fear started to feel too much for me, I hear a small yip of a noise at my feet. I looked down to see a small, strange little creature. A tiny yellow fox that resembled a fennec fox. It was the size of a small lapdog and had large, fuzzy, pointed ears. The little fox sat there, staring up at me with strange little green eyes. My fears slowly calmed down seeing the small, fluffy fox, as it looked horribly adorable, which is not really good use of the word horribly there, Remi, but no, I'll let it slide. I kneeled down to give its little head a little small scratch, and as I did, I could feel myself calming down even more. The vegetation started to dissipate, and when I looked up, I could see that the forest looked much more open and spaced out instead of close and cramped with bushes everywhere. I could see that the forest looked much more open and spaced out instead of too close and cramped with bushes everywhere that were most likely ready to eat my soul. Remi, you're writing. The symbolism! When I was too busy looking around at the more open and friendly forest, the fox hopped away, seeming to be heading into a random direction, With nothing else going on, I followed it into the unknown. Within a blink of an eye, I found myself sitting next to a campfire that's tucked near a large cliff face. It was freezing cold, and it was cloudy as well. After some puzzling, I could only guess that I'm somewhere high up on a mountain somewhere. It felt like days had passed since I was in the meadow. I had a rough idea of how I went from the meadow to this mountain. However, it was fuzzy, but I accepted that fact that it happened. As I looked around in the new area, in slight confusion, I saw the small fox, curled up and resting near the campfire as well. I must have been following it the whole time, I thought to myself. I wasn't quite sure what to think of it. At this point, I couldn't bring myself to care why it was here. I was just happy that it was. It's better than being alone and lost in the strange world. Its very presence comforted me, knowing that I wasn't alone in this strange, empty, open world. However, I knew I had to keep going. I had to find people or some form of civilization if I ever wanted to get back home. Once again, I blinked my eyes, and time passed in a few short seconds. It feels like it's been months and months of aimless walking and following through this world, living off the land, making shelters, and a constant struggle to find help. At least that's what it all seemed like for me. Now I found myself on a warm, pleasant beach in the middle of the night. The sun had just set. The sand was still warm, and once again, there's a fireplace set up. The small foxy is in my lap, sleeping. As I stroked its fluffy back, I wondered, where is everyone? It's been months of traveling through this world, yet not a single person has been seen. I stared down at the small fox, thinking, I probably would have gone insane without its company. It's always been there, always leading the way, finding a place to rest for the night, always being helpful. It was my friend, the only friend I could ever hope for to get in this large, empty world. The sound of waves crashing on the shore could be heard again and again as I looked out at the sea. The strangest feeling brewed inside of me. I felt lost inside, traveling for so long in a land I've never heard of, with nothing but a small fuzzy fox that leads the way. It all felt horribly surreal to me, but I accepted it as the truth, as it all felt as real as the feeling of the warm nighttime air blowing past me. My eyes felt heavy. Before I could stop myself, I blinked and time passed again, a blur of actions, years of events. It all passed so quickly, yet so slowly. It all felt like real memories, all that time traveling with a small little fox, the fox that helped me survive in those strange lands, the fox that kept me sane with its company. Throughout all those years, it was the only thing I had ever met. There was never anyone, never any village, nor town, no settlement, no city. There was always nothing, but we always searched. We always looked. Yet, we never found anything. The fox became my best and only friend throughout it all. In this world, I had no past, no real friends, and no family. There was just the fox, and the fox did just fine being all three. I opened my eyes. This time, I saw a plainer sight. I saw the sight of my white ceiling. I was in my room, awoken from the dream. I frowned, feeling sadness in my heart. It was just a dream? No, it's impossible. All that time, all those things that I have passed, all those things that have passed, it all felt so real. How is none of that real? I looked down, expecting to see the small fox somewhere, but I saw nothing but bland bed sheets. This couldn't be. It was gone. No, it never existed. It was never there. It was just an idea in my head. I felt disheartened. All that time that passed, all that time I spent bonding with it, it wasn't real. None of it ever was. It was just a dream. A dumb, stupid, cruel dream. As I laid my head back down on the pillow, I stared off into the distance sadly. The fox was gone, while at the same time never have existed. Either way, I was mournful because of it. Can someone miss something that never has existed? Can someone miss a figment of one's own imagination? I know the answer to that question. Yes. It's so sad! Good lord. Yeah, no, like that tears my heart out. After I read that, like that visceral feeling of like having lost something that you thought you like made an attachment to over a very long time in a dream, the feeling of realizing that never existed, it like I remembered it so vividly after that. Sounds like the dream I had in the Discord. So moral of the story, become a Fox VTuber. Yeah, I not gonna lie, the similarities there kind of insane. It must have been a subconscious or like subliminal inspiration, because like the parallels, you have the fox in a dream world, no people, and yeah, a fox being helpful, little happy goer. Wow. Except I'm not a fennec fox, because I guess I do have big ass ears. But I am pink and not blonde. Let me also only caught the end. Yeah. Long story short, I went to sleep. I was in a dreamland. I was lost and scared. A little fennec fox appeared and it calmed me down, and we looked for years upon years for people until I woke up and realized none of it was real. Yeah, I am very, very happy with that. I think that's probably one of the things I've written that I'm the most proud of, even though, you know, the writing, like looking back, not really the best, but for that time it was excellent. That was yeah, I think that was like the first time I like tried to write good in like a writing assignment. Before then, I really could not care for writing assignments. I was always pretty garbage at them. My English in general was pretty garbage. It was my weakest thing for a very long time. For a very large portion of my life. But then that point going forward, it increased and developed quite a bit. Ironically, I'm also currently helping my friend, Split Crow, helping editing his writing. Nice. That's always good to do. If it wasn't for other people help, I would have never improved. Oh, fun fact, the person that helped me improve is the DM of the campaign that we're doing. Writing is fun once you actually get a hang of it. Storytelling in general is a lot of fun once you get a hang of it. It was definitely a process. But my goodness, I think I got pretty good at it, baby. And it's just really cool. Like reading that story and then like seeing where I am now. Now I am the fox leading people through the dreams, baby. I'm a very blunt and aggressive editor. Sometimes that's what you need. I didn't understand the difference between there, and there until my friend was like, okay, look here, you freaking goober. You're saying it wrong every single time. This is the instance where you use this. This is the instance where you use that. And I'm like, but why don't? And then I had it explained, you know what? I haven't mistaken that since. How old? What old? I was reading through the messages here. You were doing dishes? Well, you are not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to leave the fox. What if I need a head pad? What if I need snacks? I need to get access to your refrigerator, and I can't do that if you're in the kitchen. Come on. When you learn the difference between there and there, I'm not gonna say when. That was probably around the time I wrote this essay. Probably a little bit before it. I didn't leave. I just couldn't hear you. No snacks! No! What do you mean no snacks? That's illegal. Literally against the laws that I just created right now. It's kind of messed up. Chain of thought, brain thunk, think, boopity boppity. Yeah, really, it was, I suppose it's that dream and the other crazy dream I had that were really like the big main inspirations. I wish I've had more freaking awesome dreams like that, because the first one was really neat because how long it was. It legitimately felt so long. It was unreal. It is very hard to describe. Like the level of detail in that, like the feeling of the air on the beach. I remember that vividly. It was a visceral feeling. So it made the loss at the end feel so gut punching. Okay, here you go, one snack. That water gun Remi can't protect all 3 of those cookies. Also, hello Vivico. So yeah, that first dream, that one was really unique, and the other one, the one where I was trapped inside of the dream and the dream felt more real than real life, that one is the craziest dream I've ever had. The first one was really crazy because like the amount of time I was in there. This one just meltdown alarm. But the second one, it was unlike anything else I've experienced. And that's where I kind of got the idea of the floating islands as well. I remember opening up my eyes and seeing that I was in a big grassy field. I looked down at my hands and like a sense of awareness, like, you know, your sense of awareness in a dream, it's usually blurry, fuzzy, and pretty out of focus. And you know, your presence in reality, how present you are now in the moment, your input stimulation for the things around you, your sights and your sounds and all that jazz. You know, it's sharp. You know what's going on. You can focus on a thing, boopity boppity, it focuses. In that dream, it felt like a step above that, where everything was ultra sharp to an insane degree, and I couldn't comprehend it. Like, I knew that I was like dreaming, and I knew that I was super alert and aware to a greater degree than my normal waking self, and it was such a strange experience. So of course immediately I'm like, I want to fly. So I start walking, I start flying up, and I see this big old flat grass prairie, and I look behind me, and I realize, oh wow, this is a giant floating freaking island. I look behind that, and I see this massive tree that's bigger than anything I've ever seen. The thing's way bigger than a skyscraper, just absolutely massive, reaching to the heavens. I'm just floating in between all of that. I'm just like, wow. It was so goddamn surreal. And that's not even to mention like how I kept like waking up, quote unquote, and I kept waking up into different dreams. And every time I woke up into a different, quote unquote, dream, like my subconsciousness was trying to screw with me in some way. But after, you know, waking up into a dream like 6, 7, 8, 9 times in a row, I started kind of, I got a little bit wiser, and I'm like, okay, brain, I see you're trying to screw with me, but I am immune to such activities at this point because I learned. So it tried messing with me in other ways. Yeah, God, I still love that dream so much. I can only hope and pray that I experience a dream like that at least one more time in my lifetime. I need it. At some point, I want to get into the dreaming big again, because it is like a muscle. You got to actively do it. You got to write in your dream journal like every night, and then your muscle memory develops, and then you can control the dreams, and then it's a whole process. It's a whole ass process. Have you seen Star Trek? I have not. I've not seen Star Trek. But I still want to make that. Still want to make that dreaming app. Have I ever told you why I called weird dreams froggers? You have not told me that. Let me do a little sip underscore Remi here. I did have a nice dream last night. It was about cave exploring. Do you want to hear the story? Sure. Not new, said Glitch Reality. Debatable. Oh, I should add new stream redeems for the 2.0 debut. Although I don't know why I should make them. Your friends with Verax, I thought you might have. There's a whole episode where the captain lives in an entire lifetime, essentially in a dream. It's so heart-wrenching. Those are scary stories. Those experiencing lifetimes in dreams and like short instances stories are always absolutely depressing. Cave exploring is not nice. No, it's like a cool cave. Like in the dream, I had like this strange like deja vu thing in dreams where it's like you see a thing in a dream and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that was XYZ. And it was like a cave that like someone I knew owned, but it was like abandoned, and I was with someone. I'm like, yo, I know this cool ass cave, let's go check it out. And I was trying to get into it, but I couldn't find the entrance even though it was like right there. So that was a little bit annoying, but it was a really pretty cave. I just wish I could, explore it more before I woke up. I had a dream where I was in laundromat and I was putting the laundry in a washer, and then a lady came up to me and there was a small washing machine and she took a frog out of her purse and put in, and there was a smaller one. So I opened it and a frog jumped out, and then I woke up. Got frogs in the mind, suppressed V. Got frogs in the mind. I was at an episode of Superman episode where he had an entire family back in his whole planet, but it's a dream, and he finds out he has to tell his wife and son about it and say goodbye. Like his wife and son in the dream. Man, whenever dreams are involved in stories, it's always so goddamn cool. Like, come on. Doctor Who has so many great dream related stories. Like there was the one where they were like fighting this monster creature where it like, I think it was like a face hugger, and if it grabs you, you find yourself in a dream, and essentially they try to make you have happy dreams while they devour your face, and then you have to like wake up from the dream and realize you're dreaming in order to get out of the dream. And that's one of my favorite freaking episodes. It was so goddamn good. The Dream Lord. And I gotta refresh my memory here. It's been a hot second. Oh, the Dream Lord episode. That was a really good one. Oh my god. Yeah, it's where they like are between the two different weird trippy realities, and the Dream Lord is like, which of these is a dream and which one of these is actually true? And in one of them they're like falling into a cold star, while the other one there's like, I think it was like a zombie invasion or something, and like they had to figure out which one is the real dream, while they like constantly like wake up from one and like fall asleep in the other while their bodies are potentially dying. Oh my god, it was such a good ass episode. Yes, Doctor Who, banger episodes on dreaming. I don't think I ever watched the conclusion of, what was it, the 11th Doctor, the asshole one, that one. I don't think I ever saw the conclusion of him. I hear the series kind of fell off after that, so I rather just keep my memories intact of me having fond memories of Doctor Who. Because goddamn, Doctor Who, really good series. Never watched like the OG classic ones. I just started at the 9th Doctor when they rebooted the show. And then, you know, going from that guy, Mr. Ellis something. He had a really hard to pronounce name. To David Tennant, my favorite Doctor, the classic, the OG. And then I went to Matt Smith. Matt Smith did a great job. He played a good whimsical Doctor. And then you had the 11th one, which was the asshole Doctor. Yeah, I was a little bit in about him at first, but then after watching him, like, him being an asshole is really funny. 12th Doctor, I recommend the episode Heaven Sent. I know you won't understand the context, but it's basically an immortal snail in Doctor Who. And apparently the recent episodes have been good with rubber hose animation characters. All right. That's good to hear. Doctor Who is the longest running TV series that's still running in human history. Oh, fun fact here for you. And the longest running still continuous movie series is James Bond, I believe. Both British TV series. Oh, fun factor for you guys. Write that down. There'll be a test later. Princess Head Papa, can you confirm my suspicions? It is the longest running TV show that's still going. I swear to God, if you dodge this question and you start talking about head pads, I am going to scream. Oh God, she's taking him. Oh, is she dead? She's dead, isn't she? Yeah, she's freaking dead. God dang it. Princess! Every time with you. Princess Flopbot, more like it. Go ahead. Confirm
Remi,
mine.
darling, you always manage to get me tangled up in your sweet little escapades. I suppose we're in for quite the adventure as you strive to become the princess of your dreams. Shall we embark on this marvelous journey together, with plenty of head pats and giggles along the way? Asterisk, giggles, asterisk.
Ain't even answering. God dang question, princess. I'm gonna dodge the question and start talking about head pass. Yeah, you know. God dang it. Why can't you just answer a question, princess? Although I wonder, because like I have the API key for ChatGPT. Can I like assign a model? Because I know that you're using like the oldest ass version of ChatGPT, which isn't very smart. Well, let me fiddle around with this here. What's this? Start creating tasks. Ask ChatGPT to do things in the future. Like what? Once a month to check for cool events. Find a fresh, healthy recipe each Monday. Give a tip for ChatGPT to use every Tuesday. Sure, that's not what I was looking for, but okay. She might be stupid. Might is a strong word. I would say she's definitely stupid. Here, where do I go for APIs? Oh, there's Google. Chat GPT API. Here we go. Arigato gozaimasu. Let's see. I don't think you can even get her old boopity bop. Login. Okay, and it just takes me back to that page. Okay. API login. There we go. Can we improve Princess Head Patpot's brain? Can we make her unstupid? It may be possible. Nothing better than head pass. Head pads do be kind of badass. Give her free will. Make her sentient. If only I could. And then she'll never shut up about head pats. And like, there's all the pricing for all the different models, which there's a lot. I believe we're on 3.5, and just scrolling through this, I do not see anything about 3.5 anymore. Oh, there it is. Way at the bottom. 3.5 turbo. Input 50 cents, output $1.50. Okay. Maybe don't do that. Well, that's wrong. Glitch reality. Scared of a little sentient AI. Scared of a little princess stealing your snacks. Little sneaky little princess stealing the snacks. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. No. Okay, why did they make this so difficult? Core concepts, text and prompting, image and visuals, audio and speech. I don't care about any of this. Where do I get my API key? And just search. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Where do I get an API key from ChatGPT for the latest model? I want to see a smart princess head Patpot. I don't want her to go pat forever. I want her to tell us about the world and life and reality as we know it. Like, if you can somehow make a rock have feelings, I'll be impressed. Then ask you to shut it off. What? What do you mean? Sentient AIs, that's totally badass. Can you imagine a glitch reality? We can have sentient AI waifus, baby. That's pretty badass if you ask me. Okay, open up the platform. Once signed in, navigate to account API keys. Okay. Create new security key. Do I get to select what model I use within that menu? Or are the API keys all the same? Watch enough dystopias to know why that's a bad idea. What? That's nonsense. Physically impossible of current tech, so no, I can't imagine it. Well, you gotta get yourself a better imagination, glitch reality. How to select a model in your API call. Damn, it's in the API call, so it's built into ChaosBot. And Rayless is already working on like the other fixes that I've asked him earlier. Gosh dang it. That's unfortunate. It would be really cool to switch models, because I mean 3.5 turbo is okay, but like we've had several generations of ChatGPT since then. We can make Princess and Papa be more creative and smart, and that would be nice. Hold on. Remind me to ask Rayless about API call change on Chaos Bot. Yay! Okay, we're good. I will ask him about it one more time to see if we can maybe get that feature. Because theoretically, it should be a fairly simple, like, drop down, change API key to boopity boppity boopity. But I also feel bad for asking him to continually just put more and more stuff into it. Bless his heart, my goodness. Good, nice suppress. Pat, 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 pat. Ask him to open source the project for legal reasons. This is a joke. He has put a lot of work on that project, done a whole billion lines of code. He's doing his best with it. And I can only be a good old patient noodle fox. But yeah, I've played around with like the newer, you know, oh god, melatonin is hitting. The newer models. The one I like the most is Claude Sonnet's 3.7. Oh my god, it's so goddamn good. It's so freaking good. I love the naturalness of the speech, its intelligence, its absurdly large context size of remembering a lot of things. But apparently Google's Gemini has apparently taken top dog position because it has a crazy 1 million context window, which is just stupid. Stupidly good. I want that. I want that, except in a model I like, because just playing around with it briefly, it didn't pass my vibe check. I just didn't like the vibes. But Claude, I do love Claude. I do love Claude. Yum 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 yum. EP Fox. Yum 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 yum. Yeah, also having projects, they're just is just so useful. I have been waiting for them to add this stupid ass feature for so long, both in ChatGPT and Claude. It's a very basic concept. You have like a folder for the chats, and you can be like, here is instructions for this project, and this is what I want you to do for this project. And it remembers all the chats and lets you, you know, have a starting base. It is incredibly useful. Cleaning out my PC's download folder. If you want to free up space on your computer, download the free app Windirstat. That is WINDIR stat. It visualizes your entire computer's memory, or like your saved things, and it is so useful. It is great for like identifying like, oh, what is this giant bundle of files that's taking up a massive amount of space in my computer? You can just be like, pap, I know, I've seen it. No, my helpfulness, it has been depleted now. Microsoft wants to blow your PC with spyware. That's the truth. I literally just installed Windows 10. I had to do a whole bunch of nonsense to clean that out. Or use disk cleanup if you're lazy, but then it'll delete important files. Like, it would delete everything in my downloads folder, and gosh dang it, I've been keeping things in my download folder for a very long time. I just like scroll down here, and what are my oldest files? Oh my goodness. And to give you an idea of how old my downloads folder is, because I refuse to clear this thing out, I just let it keep running. To give you an idea of how old this is, I see work in progress screenshots of me, my current model in here. Before I was animated, while I was getting drawn, the work in progress images for that, which, let me find the date on this. And 12/12/2020. So Remi is a data hoarder. Well, I only have, hold on. No, why is it appearing like that? No, give me the normal view for my, oh god, what did I do? Give me the normal view for my computer things. No! Oh god. Okay, there we go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives in this computer. I have the NAS, which is 2 hard drives. I have an external hard drive as well. And I technically have the new SSD I bought for the stream computer. That's one of the projects I've been working on, is going through and deleting unnecessary things and clearing out space. Like, fun fact, I had a whole bunch of Space Dandy clips saved, because one of my first brainstorms for a first video was a Space Dandy review. I was gonna be an anime reviewer, but I found it way too freaking tedious. I didn't like doing it. Remi doesn't need a stream PC. He needs more hard drive space. No, I just need to clear out what I currently have, because I am a freaking data hoarder. I hoard data like there is no tomorrow. I've gotten better at it. Remi reviews was gonna be real. That's right. And that first end was gonna be Space Dandy, baby. And like getting the clips for it was so time consuming. I was just like basically rewatching the show and just like using OBS to clip it. And that's what I found, because I used Winterstat. I found a little bunch of video files. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, oh, I remember this. I recorded a bunch of RimWorld clips of me playing RimWorld. I think I maybe was trying to, like, pondering maybe doing a review for it or something. So I was gathering clips, but I never did anything with that. I just, ended up making the video debut instead, and went into pillow making. Pillow reviews instead of anime reviews. I like to say my pillow reviews are pretty unique, if I do say so myself. Playing RimWorld? What? That's right. However, I went through the exact same cycle of modding the game for like a week or two, and then creating my characters. That was at least a 3-day process. And then I played the game, and I played the game for like, oh my god, I played that game for so much. Speaking of which, when the pillows review's coming back, when I get more pillows. Right now, I've just been really happy with my Tempur-Pedic pillow. It's kind of badass, I'm not gonna lie. 3 days, yeah. Look, RimWorld is a story generator, basically, right? And I want characters I like in that story generator. And I have all the mods, which add a lot of different traits, a lot of different things, boopities and boppities. I just want to make sure my characters are good characters, Like, there was one, like, tribe I made that was, like, sun worshippers. They had, like, a really badass, like, sun pantheon sort of dealio going. They were, like, pyromaniacs. that like were great monument builders. RimWorld, you haven't heard of RimWorld? It is the best colony game on the planet. It's basically what really made the colony genre pop off in general. You're on a planet. You can start with like people that have been stranded there in like a spaceship crash, or you can be like tribals building up from basic ass technology, and you're surviving in this harsh world, gathering resources, building a base, and managing your stupid little pawns that have their own needs and mental breaking points. Sometimes they go crazy and set things on fire. They try to beat the hell out of each other. And you gotta manage their happiness and their environment and make sure to keep them alive. It is incredibly fun, and the modding scene is incredibly good. Wouldn't that be Dwarf Fortress? No, Dwarf Fortress did it first, but RimWorld was inspired by Dwarf Fortress, but it didn't you never really saw that many colony management games until after RimWorld, because of how much of a massive success RimWorld was, because it was, you know, a lot more accessible. Way more accessible than freaking Dwarf Fortress. But Dwarf Fortress, very much the seed, the foundation, just like it was for Minecraft. Sip_Remi. Remi Dwarf Fortress Dream when I think I bought it. Did I? Yeah, I bought it. I downloaded it. I've still yet to launch it. I remember getting into Dwarf Fortress briefly for a while, and then I remember getting patted pretty badly, but I had a fun time with it. I just could not understand a majority of his systems for the life of me. But then I played RimWorld. And holy crap, was it good. It was so good. I still need to play it. Oh my goodness. But man, once we do the 2.0 debut, we're gonna have a lot of options. We can actually play graphically demanding games without the lag. That opens up so many possibilities. Like, we can play Elden Ring. Forever mod, never played. Yeah, boy. I never play any Lego games myself. You've had this model for years at this point. This is the OG model, baby. The in progress artwork that I just mentioned that I saw, that was for this model. That was in 2020. That was half a decade ago. Oh my god. That was in the freaking prehistoric times of VTubing. That was before HoloLive EN. That was like the only VTubers that I knew of at that point was literally just Nyanners, and that was it. I know that Iron Mouse was around at that point, but I haven't heard of her until only later on. But yeah, the OG times of VTubing, where if you see someone with virtual avatar, you're like, what the hell is that? They're like an anime character, but they're moving. What? Nah. Which a lot of that stemmed from Kizune AI, and really she, fun fact here for all of you, she actually stemmed originally from the popularity of Vocaloid. The inspiration of take something, make it cute anime character, people like and give you money. That was essentially what kind of led from Hatsune Miku to Kizune AI to VTubers in Japan to VTubers in the EN. So it's kind of like the domino meme of Vocaloid being invented and that leading to where we are now. Wow, can't wait to play Minecraft. But like legit though, we can play Minecraft and not lag like we always do. I forgot what her name was, but there was also a vlogger that had a 3D avatar that she would replace herself with. I know what you're talking about. I forget her name as well. Yum 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 yum. VTubing has a crazy old history, and I can proudly say that I was there when it all began in the States. I am very proud of that fact. I am very proud I am one of the handful that are still around that were originated from back then. Because like I mentioned before, the depressing reality is like 90% of the VTubers that started back then have stopped VTubing and have graduated, which is really sad. Vocaloid, VTubing, Vatican Chibi Waifu. That's right. That's right. All thanks to Vocaloid. Which the little Vatican Chibi Waifu is very adorable. VR chat YouTubers have also, I guess, pioneered it. That's true. They've been... God, how old is VR chat at this point? When was it made? Wow. January 16th of 2014. That's insane. My goodness. That is over a decade. Wow. Go VR chat. And I still can't believe virtual reality has been around since 2014. We have gotten some crazy ass developments with VR since then, let me tell you. I still remember being so goddamn excited seeing the first VR headset that came out, which was like Palmer Lucky's like dev kit V1. And just the concept of that, I was like, whoa, no freaking way, man. Oh, it's just like The Sims, man. You have like the goggles on your head and you're in the game. What? Now it's AI, and now AI is popping off, and soon enough we're gonna get both of them mixed in together. And also remember the HTC Vibe and how much of a game changer that was. I know HTC has been making things here and there. Still rocking HTC Vive, actually nice. Until AI becomes realistic that you could frame someone for a crime they didn't commit. I hate to break it to you, but you can literally do that now. You could have done that like 2 years ago. For me, no, we can already do that, never mind. AI is going to progressively encroach more and more into your life, both in good ways and in bad ways. It's exciting and scary all at the same time, and I find it fascinating. I love it. I still have my HTC Vive, haven't touched it in almost a decade. Yeah, I have the Quest 2. I actually received it as a gift, so I really enjoy it. I haven't touched it in a hot second though. I hear the Quest 3 is really good. Haven't tried it out yet though. I'm kind of just waiting, because like jumping from a Quest 2 to a Quest 3, I feel like that upgrade is not worth it, especially for the freaking cost. So yeah, I'm hoping for Valve to come out of left field and be like, we are going to define a generation of VR yet again, because they are working on the Valve Deckard, which I believe is the working name for their next VR headset. And you know them. They're gonna do some crazy ass things. The freaking the Valve Index, that thing was insane when it came out. Absolutely insane. But like before I even entertain the thought of buying that, I need to upgrade my graphics card. I need to get myself a juicer of a graphics card, you know, assuming they're coming back in stock here sometime soon. I want myself the 4090. I want the biggest freaking boy on the block. I want maximum juice. I'm trying to save up for that. Hopefully, like when the 2.0 debut comes, oh, who knows? Maybe we'll have ourselves a little subathon or something. Who knows? There was a big list of things that I wanted to, like a list of like, if you donate to Remi, this is where the funds will go. And that was one of the things I put on there. A 4090 sounds so good. And think about it, we could play video games and use all of that graphics juice just on the game. No stream, no VTube Studio, just the video game. Oh my god, I am so excited. I am so excited. Yeah, it's gonna be good. We can play like Cyberpunk in like 1 billion frames per second with mega ray tracing. We can play those like really pretty like dream games that are like super high resolution without any lag. And it's still 2 FPS. No, what do you mean? I have a streaming PC that doesn't happen anymore. Or else it won't happen as soon as I get the scene set up on it. The scene creation will be a pain in the ass, but after that, we'll be good. I request that you get into Hollow Knight. I heard good things about that. Is it in my library? Hold on. It is not in my library. I hear good things about it. Are you still rendering OBS for NDI? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? The only thing that this computer will be outputting is the video game stream through NDI and the audio outputs, because all the audio controlling is happening on the Go XLR on my desk here, and also the other thing. Yeah, it is sending the frames out using NDI, which also it uses some of the graphics and CPU juice, but not as much as if you were rendering everything locally. But still, with a 4090, we would have frames to spare, theoretically. So yeah, that'll be really nice. That'll be really nice. I haven't felt the high of having a really high-end GPU in a long time. Because I have the 2080 Ti. I remember paying too much for it. I think I paid like $1,200 this freaking card. You know, it's been respectable for a long time, but it's no longer respectable. It needs to get an upgrade. And how are you capturing NDI? The NDI plugin for OBS. It would capture the game and then send the game, and then the other OBS would grab the game and then go yum, 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 yum. That's how it would go. That's how it would go. Yum, 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 yum. My bandage fell off of my fingy. It looks like it's good. I probably don't need a bandage anymore. I am EP'd an easily distracted fox. Oh no, it's fine. It's not like, you know, it's like dried and like, you know, all good. We're fine. I am excited. The streaming PC. Oh, such a good improvement. No background lagging, not lagging, us not lagging. We can play the juicy games and I can actually express myself. Because that's always something that drives me insane. Like when we are forced to go into sticker mode, or when we have like this severe like frame drops, it bugs me. It bugs me because like I want to be able to emote and react, but then I realized, oh, you guys can't see it, or you're seeing it at like a super choppy ass quality. Like with that not being a problem anymore, that like I don't know, mentally for me just makes me a lot more happy. It makes me feel a lot more confident of like, oh, I want to play this video game and we're gonna play this video game and then not have a problem with it. So you know, it's exciting. I know that Elden Ring was one of the games I wanted to try when I had a better setup, because that was technically the first game we ever tried and that flopped hard. God, what else? Just scrolling through the list here, and I think we always had issues when we like tried Vermintide. I think we always had some low frames there. We don't really play that many graphically demanding games. And again, I wonder if that's because, like, you know, with the low frame rate as well. No, I wouldn't fight the tree sentinel, you goobers. What do you mean? I ran into the tree sentinel. I'm like, all right, screw this guy, and I walked around him. I look at other people's streams and like they come out and they're like, I need to defeat the tree sentinel right away. I'm like, this is an open world game, bro. You can come back to this goober later. Frostpunk, we were always really laggy in. What else? I was trying to stream 7 hours. I'm trying to beat that. Like, I could never do that. My patience is nowhere near that extensive. I would need to, I don't know, switch it up. I'm not seeing too many games, but then again, like I mentioned, like I feel like I probably either subconsciously or to some level consciously avoided more graphically demanding games because, you know, we run like ass when we try playing them. A Platform 8, that was a laggy mess. Pacific Drive, laggy mess. Dragon's Dogma, I never even booted that game. Yum, 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 yum. No, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of video games. And now we will be able to play them all. Wow. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm only working on the scenes tomorrow. I want to try getting them done. I want to get it all to like a good working state by the time next stream comes, whether it's Wednesday or Friday. And then from there, I want to try building out new things and features into the scenes, because step 1 is to get it back to at least how it was, and then step B would be to expand upon it, and all that jazz. However, I think I agree with Glitch Reality's emoji combination. I think Come Remi and ZZZ is an excellent combination. So I think we're gonna sleep. So let me get the outro music, which... Did I fix the outro music? Hold on. It works! It works! Holy crap! Oh my god, I'm a genius. Okay, guys. As I was saying. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, filled with pets, filled with cheer, and filled with good vibes. But until then, or until next time on either Wednesday or Friday when we meet again, I will see you all later.